everyone! Today it's time to balance the books of October. Okay, so if you pay very close attention to my channel and my schedule, you might have noticed that normally I put up my TBR after my wrap up and then balancing the books. This time around, I'm putting up balancing the books before I put out my TBR because I know that today's balancing the books will add quite a few of books onto my TBR. And I think that you can already guess from this that it was another bad month. I mean, it was definitely, okay, the thing is, it was definitely a better month than last month, but as far as the numbers go, yeah, it's not looking good. And I bought a shit ton of books, and then I got accepted for 2 arcs on top of that, and it's just been a whole mess. Okay, but let's just get started because there's a lot of stuff going on today. I want to start, normally I do like books that I bought and then books that I read and DNF'd, but today I want to start with my score of -3, which were, if you haven't seen last month's video, the 3 books that I kind of included as my rule books. And I said, these are definitely 3 books that are, gonna be gone from my TBR this month. Doesn't matter if I read them or DNF'd them or just didn't touch them. And I don't go into detail on any of these books as far as what I thought of them. But for these 3 books, I do want to say a couple of more words. So I had White Space, which I basically just unhauled. I did dive into it for 1.5 chapters, but just decided that I don't think it's gonna be worth it for me, so just kind of unhauled that. Then I had Saving Hamlet, which I did give a chance, but DNF'd after 35 pages, and basically the exact same thing happened with Half a King, which I also gave around 30 to 35 pages, and then also DNF'd. Normally I don't DNF books that quickly, but because they were kind of part of this series where if I didn't give them this chance, I would have unhauled them, so I'd rather just give them a chance, even if it's just 30 pages, then don't give them a chance. You know what I mean? So I guess in a way this was successful, but the problem is the books that I bought. So let's start with the books that I bought and got this month. I got The Marvels by Brian Selznick. I got Invictus by Ryan Grodin. I got Huntress by Melinda Lowe. I got Lorelei by Laura Dockrill. I got The Ghosts of Heaven by Marcus Sedgwick. I got Letters to the Lost by Bridget Camera. I got Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. And I got Tashat Tolstoy by Catherine Ormsby. I talked about all of these in my Medium Ops book haul in case you're interested in hearing more about it. And on top of that, I also got accepted for an arc of The Queen's Resistance by Rebecca Ross and Empress of All Seasons by Emiko Jen. If you've seen my wrap up, you know there's no way that I would be able to make these numbers equal. But I DNF'd a shit ton of books, so it's not that bad, but still, it's actually pretty bad. So this month I read Wildcard by Mary Lou, I read What If It's Us by Becky Albertelli and Adam Silvera, and I read This Is What It Feels Like by Rebecca Barrow, and then I DNF'd Where Futures End by Parker Peavyhouse, Seafire by Natalie C. Parker, and I also kind of DNF'd / just unhauled Knife by R.J. Anderson. I dipped into this, but then I realized I am not interested at all. So, because I didn't reach my goal last month, and the 3 books that I mentioned in the beginning were supposed to help me with that, but then I just bought a shit ton, I should be getting rid of 9 books today, which I can already tell you is definitely not gonna happen. But yeah, my TBR is currently at 119 books, which is 1 more book than I had last month and 9 more books than I'm supposed to have this month. But let's start with my physical TBR. I am gonna get rid of Plötzlich Banshee by Nina McKay. I'm not gonna sell this just yet. I'm gonna take this home to my parents next time, but there's not a huge chance for me reading this, and I just want to get it off my immediate TBR. This was a gift by someone and I really, really appreciate it, but I'm not interested in reading it. And I would definitely read it if my TBR wasn't so horrible. I'm also gonna get rid of This Song Will Save Your Life by Lila Sales. I got this copy on Medimobs and it is a translated copy, but I didn't know that when I bought it. So I don't want to read this translated copy, and I also hate that this is basically like a library binding. So I'm just gonna get rid of this, and I will probably still read it at some point if I have the chance to do so. Maybe listening to the audiobook, but for now I'm gonna get this off my TBR. Okay, I currently have 6 physical books that are either like, I'm not sure if I still want to read them, or books where I'm like, I need to get to these books. So I'm gonna leave this pile here for now, and we're gonna take a look at my ebooks TBR. Once again, I sorted them by date added, which is the date that they were put on my Goodreads wish list, not the date that I kind of bought them or received them or whatever. Okay, this one I kind of thought about getting rid of last week already. Okay, sorry, I have very slow internet. Deal with it. A psychological thriller. But I know a couple of people who really love this. This is the government's way of dealing with teen terrorists. You know what? No. I'm getting rid of it. This has to go. This has to go. The thing is, I just know, like, if I don't get rid of books today, my goal for November is not achievable in the slightest. And so, I'll just, this is what I gotta do. And I mean, with a lot of these books that I'm unhauling or DNFing, I probably would have ended up enjoying them, giving them like 3 stars. But I'm not really sure that is like worth it to keep a book that has been on your TBR for like 5 years. Okay. The Game is definitely one where I'm also like kind of thinking about getting rid of it. The Vagrant as well. I kind of bought that book because of the cover. Let's look at it. You know what? That does not sound very intriguing. It is written by a man about a male protagonist. I love the cover so much. Something about the cover. Oh. No. Let's go. I'm never gonna read it. Oh my god, I already got rid of 4 books so far. I'm not doing too bad. There's like a couple of things on here, like The Burning Sky and The Black Prism, The Shadow of What Was Lost. These are all books that I know I'm not gonna read them in the next 2 years probably, but at the same time I'm still interested enough that I really just want to read them. Although this one, maybe this one not so much anymore. Oh my god, it has great ratings, but I'm not sure I'm actually... No, you know what? I feel like I'm just being savage today, but honestly, bam, worth it. Okay, I'm gonna see through the list again if there's anything that kind of, like, yells at me to get rid of it. I will, but I think definitely if there's nothing in here, I'm fine-ish for now. Yeah, like Threads of Sky and Sea, I definitely need to read that like super soon. I think this is actually, if I were to sort them by when I put them on my TBR, this is probably on there for not the longest, but like top 5, the longest ones. Same as Under Different Stars has been on here for a really long time too. The Queen's Poisoner, I don't even remember that I'm gonna leave it on. Shit. Do you see Chainbreaker? I've been ready for this book for 12 months. Thank fuck I finally have an arc. That was a year ago. I wrote that a year ago and I still haven't read that book. Okay, wonderful. My battery died during this whole procedure, but I was basically done anyway. I did off camera decide to also get rid of The Queen's Poisoner, so I deleted that as well. So that means I now have my TBR down to 113 books, which is only 3 away from the goal that I'm supposed to reach today, meaning that I'm gonna have 3 rule books. So the rule books, I'm just gonna call them that. The rule books are the books that I am definitely getting rid of next month. It doesn't matter what happened. I can read them this month, or I can DNF them this month, or I can just like leave them and then unhaul them by the end of the month. It's just they're gonna be gone from my TBR whatever I do. So, as I said, I had chosen like 6 books. I think I'm gonna go with The Forsaken by Liza M. Stas, because this was very much a cover buy, and while I'm not really in a dystopian mood right now, I think this is definitely at least something that I'm like, I need to give this a chance. Like, this is the 2nd book on my TBR next to The Final Empire, which I'm kind of not counting because this is just a someday maybe book. So I'm gonna do this as one of the rule books. Tiny Pretty Things is a book that when I bought it, all I knew was that it was kind of a dark contemporary, like almost thriller, and that it took place at a ballet school. Since then, I've heard some not so good things about it. I feel like there's something about queer girls being the villains in this one. I don't want to get rid of this. I really want to give it a fair chance, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be in the mood for this. But then again, I make the rules. If next month I'm like, I really want to keep this even though I haven't started it, maybe I can like come up with a new rule. If I actually read enough books this month that I reduce my TBR by enough, then maybe I can put it back on my TBR. But for now, I'm gonna make this one my rule book, and I think I'm also gonna make Armada by Ernest Cline my rule book. This is one where I'm like, I almost want to get rid of it, so I think this is a good one. If I don't have enough motivation to read it this month, even though I know I will get rid of it by the end of this month, then I think that's a good sign that I'm just supposed to get rid of it. So that means these are the 3 books that I will... I can, like, looking at them, I'm already like, oh, please don't make me read them. So I'm not sure, like, I'm probably gonna end up not even giving them a proper chance. But this is what we do. This is what we do. So these 3 wander back onto my TBR. I'm gonna sort them later. What am I doing? Ugh. It's a whole mess. It's fine. I did not expect to be able to get rid of so many books. So I'm actually really proud of myself, and I'm actually feeling really good about this right now. Like, I don't want this series to make me feel bad, you know? Like, if I really at one point get to a point where I'm just getting rid of books that I genuinely still want to read and I'm still really interested in, and then I should definitely rethink all of this. But right now, I'm feeling fantastic, actually. So yeah, 113 books. At the end of November, I will have to be at 105 books. I would say with the help of these, but if I end up buying so many books again, then who even knows? Let me know your reactions. Anything in here that I unhauled or got rid of that you like? I know last time I was actually expecting a lot of backlash about getting rid of Red Rising, but then I know people were kind of rather mad that I got rid of the Immortal Rules, which I was not expecting. So let me know if this time around there's anything in here that you were not expecting me to get rid of, or that you're sad about me getting rid of, or any praise or hate on any of these 3 books. And yeah, I make new videos every Wednesday and Sunday with occasional reviews on Friday, so click subscribe to never miss anything and hit the little bell so you get notified as well. And thank you so much for watching. I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!